Hey everybody, it's Jameson. Valentine's Day is coming, and so you're thinking about hearts. And if you're anything like me, I actually dream about glass. I will wake up with ideas, and this is one of my. So this is my decals. They're available at fusing.shop, www.fusing.shop, or if you're in Europe, outside the United States, so maybe even, I'm not so sure, you'd have to check, but like Australia or something, it might be easier to order them from Tabitha at Tabitha's Glass Emporium. So Tabitha now has them on her website as well. Tabitha at Tabitha's Glass Emporium. You can pick these up, add them to your cart, and a whole bunch of other stuff from her. Because as you know, I love her products. But anyway, this is one of my favorite designs of the decals that are available. Now, if you order, for me, you can order as many of these as you want. If you order from Tabitha, you're ordering a 10-pack, one of each design, so you would get one of these. But what I wanted to show is how you could use these decals for extra projects or even more, maximum value. And I had a dream about cutting this one up in particular, and so I wanted to show you what that looked like. Check this out. I started to think you could cut this up and get 4 hearts out of that decal. So that's exactly what I did. And many of you have molds like this for casting hearts. And so the size is almost perfect for these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some hearts, then I'm going to apply my cut decals to those and, have a little fun. So then I've got 4 mini projects that came out of the one. So I've got a variety of things I'm going to use to fill this mold. I have this kind of pink and gray streaky glass. I was going to chop that up and maybe add a little bit of coarse gray in, make a few like that. I have some of these twisty canes that came from Tabitha. So I was going to, this one I think has opaline in it. It's really cool. So I'm going to chop those up and make some hearts out of these. I have some similar cane from Lori Moreno at Wilderness Glass, so I'll chop these up, make some more. I've got tons of white scrap, so I'm going to chop up some white scrap and just put some vitrograph in here. So I'm going to fill this thing up, do a full fuse. Now this is a mold that came from Firelight Forms, and I'll drop a link, but Creative Paradise also now has a multi-heart mold. I'm sure you could get the same effect using their mold, because I just don't have it. This is the one that I've got, but I know a lot of people are loving that one from Creative Paradise as well. So I do not prep this any differently than other casting molds, which is I spray it with Zip, the boron nitride spray. Get really good coating, make sure you get in on the angles. So I'm gonna fill this up and I'm gonna do a full fuse and fire my hearts, and then I will apply my decals, and they have to go back in for another firing to set the decals on there. But I'm excited to create some hearts. And then for Valentine's Day, give them away. Got a few friends at the office that might want one, or next time I hit a drive-through or something, just to spread the love a little bit. So let me fill this thing up and then fire it, and we'll apply the decals. Okay, my hearts are out. I'm really pleased with them. I've chosen 4 that I'm going to put the patterns on. I'm not sure. I may do some more of these with the decals, but I wanted to hold these out. But I just, wanted to show how beautiful these come out. Now these were clear. You saw I put some extra Tect on, so they're nice and thick. I kind of like them that way when I'm giving them away like this. This is the one that had what I thought was maybe opaline in there with the pink. That was really, really pretty. I used the pink and gray streaky, added a little bit of extra gray in there, some clear just to kind of fill it up a little bit so you get some depth and dimension, which is kind of fun. These two, I used the white and then some Vitrograph that I happen to have. That Vitrograph was from Henry at SS Art Glass on Etsy, and so just used a couple pieces to put some design into that. So anyway, I'm going to keep these aside, but I'm going to go ahead and start to soak my decals. These are the water slide decals that are really, really easy to apply. I used to be intimidated by the thought of decals, but the ones that I have created here, the supplier that I found, I think they're nice and thick. Now they're yellow, and that yellow will fire off, so you don't have to worry about that. That fires off. So I've cleaned all my pieces. I'm gonna let these soak just a little bit here, and then basically I'm just gonna slide them on, kind of center it up where I want, make sure I don't have any air bubbles, dry it, let it dry for half hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll fire it in the kiln. So I think I just hit the camera with my hat, sorry about that. So you can see how easy these slide off. And again, that yellow looks a little weird on there, but you don't have to worry about that because that will fire off. So I'm just trying to get that centered in a spot that I like it, kind of use my finger to press it down, make sure there aren't any air bubbles or significant wrinkles, and there you go. So I'm going to, just tap down the edge a little bit, and maybe stop fiddling with it because I could fiddle forever, but that looks pretty good. So one by one, I'm just sliding these off, putting the decal on, arranging it. So I'm going to finish these off here, and then I'm going to fire them in the kiln. I think for a nice glossy look, you can go lower on these and get more of a matte finish, but for a glossy look, 1200 degrees for 30 minutes gives you a really nice gloss on that black, and again, all of that yellow fires out. And so that's what the schedule that I'm going to use. And at 1200 degrees for 30 minutes, I don't think you're going to see these hearts spread out too much. They're not going to move, too much. They are thick, and they may move just a little bit, but I don't think too much at 1200. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these off and fire them, and then I will show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, and here they are out of the kiln. So I fired these at 1200 for 30 minutes, and quite pleased. I mean, I think these are just fun. It's a fun little way to add a cool design to these hearts. I mean, it couldn't be easier, really, and I think people would like these. So anyway, just I feel like I always have band-aids on. This one was from cutting cabbage. This was not from cutting glass. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in these decals, once again, you can find them on my website, fusing.shop, www.fusing.shop. You can also find them on Tabitha Burrell's page, tabithasglassemporium.com. While you're there, order some other fun goodies from her. And take care, everybody. See you next time.